Since everyone's here, let me know when you're live.
We're live.
Live. Okay, amazing. Hello, everyone, and welcome to your third Merge Tribal Council at the Laconia Tribe. So we're just going to jump right into the questions. Of course, we have to start with the person who won immunity this round. I guess immunities is better considering she did win two. Tati, are you at all concerned that because you won two immunities, this could increase your threat level moving forward?
No, I hope not. I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. I'm going to say no.
Do you think it was just luck that you ended up winning both?
Yeah.
Or do you think, just pure luck, nothing you did?
Okay. Nothing I did. I guessed right. I'm good at tests, I think. Or quizzes or whatever.
That's a skill. Okay. Mark, I'm going to jump over to you now since you are the other person immune at this tribal council. And, you didn't win immunity. You made this pitch to Tati to give it to you because you were the one who came in second behind her in the guessing portion of the challenge. Do you think you needed immunity tonight? You pitched pretty hard for it after the tribal.
Yeah, so I felt like I've needed immunity for a long time in this game, so it never hurts. And I just thought at that point, Tati is a nice enough person that she's not going to want to upset anybody by giving it to any one person. So I kind of just said, hey, here's a reason to give it to me.
Fair enough. I do want to jump over to Jake, though, because in theory, he did have the same argument. He came in second in the scroll burning portion of the challenge. So, Jake, why do you think Tati gave the immunity to Mark instead of you? Do you think you needed the immunity tonight?
I think it's pure jealousy. If I had to guess, I think, I also tried to bring up the fact that, I also got second place, but it apparently fell on deaf ears. But, I hope I'm not in a troublesome position tonight. I'm not, I'm not ever confident enough to say it's not me, so I don't know. I mean, I would be absolutely crushed or gutted, as the Brits would say, if I literally could have made it through because of just her picking me for the challenge, and I would try to haunt her post game if that's the case. So basically, I don't know if I have a really interesting answer to your question, but I would be bitter and resentful and a mean little ghost.
I love the dramatics. Okay, jumping over to Olivia, who was voted as the person who thinks they're running the game, despite being open about being completely blindsided on the last tribal council, which was when MJ was voted out. Liv, why do you think you were voted that you think you're running the game after being completely left out last round?
I think people voted me for thinking they're running the game because I don't know if maybe they thought that I thought that prior. I certainly didn't. After the vote, I certainly didn't. I think that there's a lot of stuff that I don't understand what's going on in this game. So I have just as many questions as I think a lot of people do. I certainly don't know a lot. And as she said, I was left out that time. I think there's other people though in the game that maybe do have a little bit better idea, but it's still, things are really still very foggy right now, in my opinion. But
Awesome. Jumping over to Nicole. Nicole, during the Touchy Subjects Challenge, you received a lot of the positive answers. Are you worried that it might paint a target or increase your threat level?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard. I don't know. Do you just be like, oh, thanks, I feel honored? I don't know. It's weird because I feel like everyone has their own strengths, and I feel like I've been very well connected just through being on so many different tribes, and I think that that played a little bit of a role in people's opinions, because I think I had the pleasure of meeting a lot of people throughout the game, whereas not many people did. So yeah, that I think played a role a little bit.
All right, awesome. Jumping over to Oscar. Oscar, you knew your name was being floated around right after touchy subjects. And we saw that you cold called the tribe chat earlier. Was there anything you learned on that call that what was the purpose of that call fulfilled afterwards?
The call had many purposes. Initially, I was trying to make something happen. Then I realized not much is going to happen on a tribe call. I'm screwed tonight. I feel like Sisyphus. Is that the guy that pushes the rock up the hill forever? I think when I voted Sage out, I received their curse, and now my name's going to come up every time, and I constantly just have to push this rock up the hill. So I don't know. Cold calling the tribe. It did show one thing, and it showed that I am here and I want to be here, and I still want to be here. So yeah, if anyone wants to help me out with that, I might do some whispering just before we go.
All right. Well, don't forget to announce it when you choose to do that.
I certainly will.
Great. All right. You love following the rules. I do want to jump over to Farbota now. What impact do you think the blackout twist will have here? Because obviously the vote count will not be revealed. You will just know who is safe and who goes home. Do you have any concerns that someone might be trying to pull a fast one on you?
Yeah, I mean, there is obviously like the consideration that there's kind of like, I can see how people can look at this and think, oh, there's no repercussions if we try something and it doesn't work, right? But I don't know, things have seemed very cut and dry today. Or I'm missing out on something major. But I literally have spent all day trying to imagine how I could use this twist strategically and came up with nothing. So.
All right, there you go. Sergio, you guys came in to merge with an even 4-4-4 split between original tribes. Since then, a Solon has gone home and a Critias has gone home. Do you have any worries that Timaeus, someone from that original tribe, might be targeted tonight?
Only in the sense where it concerns me. I mean, if I'm one of the Timaeus they choose to target. But I mean, yeah, like it would stand a reason they would want to target one of the four Timaeus. And I guess I just have to hope that they do, then it wasn't me.
All right, fair enough. Sean, with numbers starting to dwindle down, how do you decide when to go with the flow, go with what the majority say, versus when you think it's time to be more assertive and maybe play for yourself rather than for the group?
Man, isn't that the question, Jen?
It's the question.
That is the question on everybody's minds right now. And I think this round is going to be very important in determining that, because I think it's going to happen sooner rather than later, because we have had this hive mentality for the last couple of rounds. You know, one narrative gets thrown out and everybody's like, oh, buzz, buzz, motherfuckers, to, you know, the narrative that's getting pushed, and nobody's pushing against it. And there is going to be a point, because again, we've all had this hive mentality. Like I said before, we're all getting close to each other. There is going to be a point where somebody's going to throw out a name and there is going to be pushback. And again, after tonight, we're going to be in single digits. I think we're going to start to see some of that soon.
What a great segue. What was that? Oh, sorry, Oscar. I thought you were saying something. All right, well, that's Sean. That was a fantastic segue into my last question for Grace. You know, the numbers are starting to dwindle. After this, you're going to be in single digits. Congratulations to those of you who do make it through tonight. Do you think that people have started, you know, plotting out their end game, or do you think it's too early for that?
I feel like that as soon as we hit merge, that kind of becomes, you know, on people's minds more. So I think it definitely is. It still feels like it should be too early for that, frankly, just because this game has gone by like really quickly, in my opinion. But I don't know. I feel like when you think single digits, you're like, oh shit, like we're actually getting down there. And then it's like you don't want to regret not playing as hard as you could the whole time and building those relationships when you had the chance. So yeah, I think it definitely is kind of on people's minds now.
All right, fair enough. Something to think about, everyone. So those are all my questions. I do want to open the floor up in case anyone would like to say anything. The floor is yours.
I'm just gonna whisper to Sergio real quick.
All right.
Don't mind me. And then I'm just gonna whisper to Jake.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna take a deep breath, and I will whisper to Faboda and Ma.
Okay.
Okay, I think I'm good.
All right. In that case, before I send you guys off to vote, two quick things. One is that, as a reminder, this is the blackout twist, so your votes aren't affected, but you will not be knowing what the vote count is. Only the person who enacted the twist knows that information. Second is we did have two people who did not post confessionals in time for tribal council, and they are actually the two people who are immune, Mark and Tatiana. So because you are immune and cannot vote for yourself, you will just not be able to vote tonight. As if you were to self-vote, the immunity idol would cancel it out. Or the immunity necklace would cancel it out. So you guys don't have votes tonight.
I didn't know that. Okay, sorry.
Well, yep. I mean, it's like,
is that in the rules?
In the rules is that you get a self-vote. If you were to vote for yourself, the immunity necklace would cancel it out. Therefore, you don't have a vote.
Oh, right. Okay. Fair. Sorry, I'm really fucking high.
Okay, listen, we've all been there plenty of times. Anyway, if no one else has anything they'd like to say, I am going to send the rest of you off to cast your votes.
There's less numbers, folks. Think about this. Think about it. I'm watching you.
Hi.
This is like not my desk, so I'm just showing you someone else's shit right now.
I was gonna say, like, what an eclectic collection of like figurines and other things.
I love the chair, by the way.
Thanks. Yeah, I like left this meeting and I was like, I'm gonna go in your spare bedroom and go take this call for like half an hour. So here I am in someone else's extra bedroom.
I'm in my sister's car.
I think that celery was off. Tragic scenes at the G.
All right, guys. All the votes have been cast. Before I read the votes, does anyone have a power they would like to play? Now is the time.
Please. Anyone, somebody, please. Somebody, please. Come on now.
All right, an admirable effort. But we're going to continue. As a reminder, I said it before, but I'll say it again because I know sometimes you guys don't listen. This is the blackout twist, so I will not be revealing who got votes. You want to see me hold up your name because it means you are safe. So obviously, we'll start with Mark and Tatiana. Although they didn't have votes, they are safe this round. The next person safe, Sean. The next person who is safe, Jake. Barboda is safe. Sergio, you are also safe. Next person who's safe, Nicole. The next person who will be on to single digits, Olivia. So there are two people left. We have Grace and Oscar. The last person who is safe and will be continuing on in Utopia Atlantis, Grace. Oscar, unfortunately, you received majority of votes tonight, meaning you have been voted out. If you have anything you'd like to say, the floor is yours.
When you want to make a move and there's not enough super easy inactive numbers that will do what you want, think of me, think of my face. I love you all though. This was so much fun. You guys should try being on the outs. It's really good. Yeah, see, I love you guys.
All right, I'm gonna ask you guys all to hang around for just one quick second. The next challenge is gonna be posted in a few minutes. But before we post it, we need to figure out who the first matchup will be. I'm not gonna give you any other details. Pat has written all the details up very, very nicely and clearly, and I know for 100% fact that I would mess it up. But because, I love the dramatics, we are going to do a live wheel decide to figure out who the first matchup is going to be. And you guys have no context, but that's okay because I do. But I will share the wheel decide with you guys so you can also enjoy watching it happen. All right. I don't know if you guys are still streaming, Mal, but you don't have to be streaming.